hit points. And the crypts, you know, it's not as much, coming back to it and replaying it, it's not as long as I used to think that it was. I used to really think that the crypts was like, oh, I'm gonna die here. I got so lucky, they just didn't attack. But I overextended myself, I was dead. Anyway, I used to feel like the crypts took a long time, like they were really long and everything, and they're not. It's just that there's so many enemies, you know, that it feels like a little like endless, you know. Still a fairly large area, but it's not like a. I used to give me the impression that it was like this labyrinth.
What are you doing here?
Oh, the best cleric ever.
Now, before he changes you.
Best cleric ever, Fade.
I am Fayed, a priest of
Fayed.
Ilmater.
Excuse me,
I tend the
Fayed.
crypts and perform burial rites here at the Shrine of Suffering.
This is the guy who does all the work.
Now
Gets
I
another
fear
credit.
that I shall be the next one to be changed.
You know, like you show up and you kill everybody and everything, but Fayed is the one that made it possible.
Into the Walking Dead! Haven't you seen them? They're everywhere! My fellow brothers and sisters of the temple, all dead. I was taking an urn of ashes to one of the crypts when I discovered a strange set of tracks leading downwards. When I followed them, I found that thing, that foul orb, and the dead arose around me. Vile skeletons, zombies, unholy ground. I acted quickly, sealing this level
Holy
off from
ground,
the
the
level
way he
below,
says that, there's
then
the
barricaded myself
despair,
in this room.
you
I
know?
had hoped sealing off
On
this level
holy
would prevent
ground,
the
on the
dead from
holiest
reaching
of
here.
holy.
I was wrong. We priests of Ilmater set up some non-lethal traps here in the crypts to capture grave robbers. The trap that sealed off the exits is triggered
Somebody
by
had told me
3
that
urns on this level.
the last time I streamed
When
that
these
the
urns
priests
are
of
taken from their
Ilmater are
pedestals,
actually
stone
supposed
blocks
to be
seal
really
off all
tough.
the exits from this level. I knocked all the urns
So,
from their pedestals and then
you
barricaded
can see it
myself
here.
in here. But I was not fast enough. Some of the dead had already entered this level, and the power of that thing below seems to be able to reach even here. Fortunately, they're coming from below, from that thing in the Chamber of Ashes. It's an orb. I only caught a glimpse of it, what it was doing to my fellow priests. The orb calls to their spirits. No, my place is here. I should help you, not run from this. If I can help you, I will.
Shit, let me play as Fayed. I'd do it. Okay, let's get to work. Got a lot of undead between us and that orb. What is that? What do we drop here? Half plate boots. Nope, these are still better. Okay then. Now these ghosts right here, the last time I had popped in my my PS2 copy of Baldur's Gate and I tried to play it on my big screen, man, those ghosts look really blocky. You could not make out the shape or anything. Like, I knew they were ghosts, but if you were showing it to somebody else, they'd be like, what is that blue thing that's moving around? Because you could not make it out. That's how, like, that's how bad the graphics were getting on the newer TVs. You know, it's not that they're bad per se, it's just that, you know, they're not compatible with the newer setups, so. Shit, get out of there. I used to have a little TV that I kept for that, just for that. Shit, there we go. Ooh. Okay. Fucking hits. Every time you hit the skeletons, you hear like that thunk. Boom, boom, boom. It's weird because it's fantasy, but then I think about it, I'm like, what would that feel like to have a mace and beat a skeleton? You know? I just feel like there would be a lot of, I don't know, like fantasy characters. I don't know. It's like to exist in a fantasy world, right? And be fucking beating the shit out of a skeleton. You gotta be under some psychological fucking stress. You know, I would be just thinking about it. I'm like, oh man, I don't know. But if you're in this setting, then you don't, I don't know, like you don't, I guess it's normal? I don't know how to say it. It's not normal, but it's kind of a thing that happens. So. Dehumanize? Yeah, you probably do. But you can hear just those hits. And it's weird because when you're a kid, you're like, yeah, fantasy, this is badass. And now I'm looking at it and I'm thinking about it and I'm like, the mechanics of that, I don't care for it. Don't want to, you know, I'm gonna enjoy the game, but I don't want to think about it that much. That's too much at that point. Okay. Holy fuck, there's a fucking army of them here. Yeah, that skeleton had a family. Well, I don't get that far into it. For me, I'm like, the family would understand. Like, hey, I'm trying to put down an undead insurrection. I mean, hey, you know, I'd understand. I'd be like, yeah, he's not there anymore. Beat the fuck out of that thing. I don't care. He's not there. But the act of it is a whole different, well, that's a whole different thing, you know? So I don't know. It's a weird thing because then you start getting into the whole inception of it. It's like, okay, but if I'm already here and I exist in this fantasy world, is it just another day? Is it just another day at Baldur's Gate? You know? I don't know. When I read the novels, like, yeah, there's the civilians, the normal civilians, right? They're like, oh, the horror, the zombies, and blah, 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 and then the heroes go. But even the civilians are pretty chill. You know? They're pretty chill about it. They're like, yeah, there's some zombies. The village is under attack. And the companions go and take care of it. And the civilians are just like, hey, thanks. You know? So, I guess, you know, it's a different world you're playing with. Okay. Follow the thief's tracks. Oh, fuck. Start following the thief's tracks and I start getting walked right into a fucking crossfire. That'll get you killed. That'll get you killed every time. Fucking archer skeletons were like, you have activated our trap cards. Fuck, man, this is difficult. Just chilling, taking pop shots. Fucking jackass. This is that first-person shooter player that just grabs a corner of the map and chills out. Everyone's struggling, they're just kicking back and just taking some, popping a few shots into the fray. In case anyone's wondering, right, so the reason that the zombies are green, from what I heard, is that for some reason it was okay to have everyone else bleed, but something about the Restless Dead dropping red was a no-no when they were making the game. And I'm not sure why, but probably something to do with the ratings. You know, the, what is it called, ESRB ratings? It's kind of weird because this game is still pretty damn bloody. But yeah, something about like the risen cadavers. They were like, nope, can't have them bleed. Give them a bunch of green goo. I always thought it was like the blood had, you know, it's like rotten blood or stale blood or I don't know, something. But no, somebody corrected me one time and they were like, no, that was actually a whole big thing that they got into. Which is, at the time I thought it was ridiculous, but I mean, look at how ridiculous we've gotten today in gaming with the censoring, right? So it was just a few things, but now things have really gotten out of hand, I'd say. Level up already. Already I just got here, damn. I just got here, and they're already like, hey, have a level up. 2021, everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner. I showed up, I cleared the first room, and they were like, hey, here's a free level up, great job. It's like when you get a new game and you boot it up, and the game gives you an achievement for like completing the tutorial or something like that, and you get an achievement for it. It's like, what? Congratulations, you've completed the tutorial. Here's a trophy. Trophy for what? The tutorial was mandatory, you know? Okay, he's kind of stuck up there. There he goes. Ooh. Shit. This section kind of reminds me of what the, you know, the catacombs under Paris must be like a little bit. You know, with the skulls lining the walls and stuff like that. I wonder if that was inspiration for it. Probably not. But that's what it makes me think of every time I'm here. I'm like, makes me think of that. I also wonder why the caskets are so spaced out, but when you go to, you know, when you go to a graveyard, everybody's right next to each other. Everyone's crammed in with each other. So you can go down here and they're really spaced out, like very much so. A good 6 feet. 6. The caskets in here were already 6 feet apart. They were already practicing. So there's one for you conspiracy theorists out there. You know, the guys who say that stuff's already been planted. There you go. Caskets in Baldur's Gate, they're already 6 feet apart, so I don't know. What does it all mean, man? There we go. Damn, that one was stubborn. Yeah, they're 6 feet apart. I have a very good friend of mine, okay? And right now, if he was here right now, he'd be like, yeah, they're 6 feet apart. And they're zombies. You know? Because he has a different, he has his take on it, right? So he'd be like, yeah, the zombies are 6 feet apart, huh? You know? He'd be digging at me a little bit. Okay. Oh, shit. I'm already out of potions. I bought 35. Man. Man, I bought 35. They're already gone. This is some shit right here. I think you were doing like a... Okay, well I was gonna say something, but this is extreme mode, so it applies, right? It makes sense. This is the best the game can throw at us, so. And more so because we're not using a previously imported character. You know, a character that I've already completed the game with, which is what the game assumes you're doing. So I'm actually using a level 1 character in a mode that you're not supposed to be using a level 1 character. So it kind of makes sense that I'm going to go through my potions and everything, because my armor's crappy and weapons are crappy, levels very low, very under-leveled. Again, these fucking thuds. Oh, I'm just having some... What am I drinking? I'm just having some coffee. Yeah, if anyone's wondering, when you see me in my videos, I'm always gonna have coffee, unless it's the weekend. But otherwise, it's gonna be caffeine. Because I need to I need to get back up in the morning. So coming off of work, and you know, you need the little boost, and then you got to get up in the morning and go to other work. So you need the boost. Ooh, I got a heal already. Oh, I'm out of potions. Alright. Let's see if there's one in here. There's a blue one. This game's obsessed with giving my dwarven fighter blue potions for some reason. I don't know why.
If quality and price are your chief concerns, then look no farther. You'll find my shop has excellent weapons at reasonable prices. Oh, friend. I think the smell of the sewers has taken a liking to you.
Look at all these rejuvenation potions. It's like,
we have many fine deals.
I'm a fighter. What am I going to use mana for? Stop screwing with me. Give me health potions. Torture.
Our shop carries the finest dwarven weapons, brought here all the way from the Sunset Mountains.
26. I need some more.
Swords, axes, bows. We have everything you need right here.
Okay, we're looking pretty good. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I wish I could, you know, I wish I could do that, but I gotta cut back because I'm already at the point where I won't get up the next morning. You know, if I indulge a little bit too much, I'm not getting up. So. Okay. I need Ipswich's medallion for his brother. Which I think is on this level. Oh, it's not on this level. It's on the next level. Yeah, it's on the next level. Because Fayed has sealed off the level. Like he said himself, he sealed it off with the urns.